Oh, I hated doing this to my Corvette. Oh my goodness. Putting her, making her run through a rut. But listen, sometimes it's just the way it is, right? You're doing everything right. You're eating clean. You're exercising. You're reading the labels. You're drinking your protein shakes. You're tracking your macros. You're intermittent fasting. You are you doing it. You got the supplements going. You're doing everything, but you're still having uh afternoon or mid afternoon crash, bloating, joint pain, brain fog. Right? What is it? What's going to happen? What's the key? Well, Dr. Mercola, who's one of my heroes, just today, I think I saw this either yesterday or today, came out with this book, Gut Cure, Stop the Rot. And we're going to talk about this book today. So the day before the book came out, he sent out a newsletter. And so this whole talk is based on his newsletter summary. But before I get into everything, I need to tell you this is educational purposes only, right? I am a physician, but I am not. This is not a medical consultation. This is not a second opinion. Your insurance will not cover me. So, but this is my medical knowledge, my experience, my patient's experience, my nutrition knowledge, all for you, including Dr. Mercola's knowledge. So this was the newsletter article he just put out. Yes, okay, January 12th. I just saw it day before yesterday. Okay, so Gut Cure, how to heal your microbiome and reclaim your health from the inside out. And like I said, he's talking all about his new book, and we're going to delve into the essence of it. So, Gut Cure, Stop the Rot, restore your body from the inside out. So, and again, based on a new book by Dr. Joseph Mercola, The Root Cause of Fatigue, Pain, and Brain Fog. Can any of you relate to any of those things? Fatigue, pain, or brain fog? Well, the root cause is hiding in your body's most underappreciated system, your gut. So, welcome to the solution for the invisible gut dysfunction epidemic. So, just to go over this, look at this again. You've tried it all. You're doing the right thing. And in his book, he gives us a picture, a profile, an avatar named Maya. And she represents hundreds, thousands, millions of patients, clients. She's disciplined. She's not lazy. She never misses a gym. She can deadlift her body weight. She avoids sugar and soda. Kitchens is stocked with lean chicken, low-fat dressings. On the surface, she's a picture of health. Now, what is not here that they're not saying that she's avoiding? Gluten. Okay, so I'm sure he mentions it in the book, but we're going to see, because there's another thing that he doesn't focus on. And I'm going to talk about that later. All right, so, and here's the frustrating part. Out on the outside, everything is normal. Her lifestyle is normal. Her body weight is normal, body mass index. Her labs are normal, but inside, she's just feeling, and the doctors have no answer for her. She's just feeling puffy, bloaty, foggy, and the doctor has nothing. It just says rest more. Now, rest is important, but what can really shift the narrative for her? Well, the main character we're talking about today is her microbiome, her gut microbiome. Your gut is not just a tube. Oh my goodness. It's not just a tube, uh, with some fancy cells and fancy functions. Your gut is the center of so many things in your body: your metabolism, your mental um, function, your mood. So many things are depending on the health of your gut. And your gut cells, there are so many. There are trillions. In fact, there are more uh, cells in your gut microbiome than are in your body. So here's the beauty. When you nourish your gut cells right, they work for you. When you don't nourish them right, when you give them things that cause inflammation, they're not going to function properly, smoothly, and there are going to be consequences, such as you might have heard leaky gut syndrome. All right. I'm going to. So, one of the good guys of the gut, let me just make sure something. Yeah, okay, I think we're right. One of the good guys of the gut, which Dr. Mercola calls gut gems, is butyrate. And let me tell you, I imagine I was going to make a wager, but I imagine if you've spent any time on any social media, you've heard Dr. Gundry talking about butyrate and how butter is called butter because of the butyrate in it. So butyrate's not a vitamin, but it is a reward your body earns. Think of it as a payment system. You feed the bacteria fiber, they ferment the fiber, and then they pay you back with these short chain fatty acids. You might have seen SCFAs in the news. Butyrate is a star SCFA. Now, I just want to add or tie in three other words because they're all here on this slide, but they don't. I just want to make sure we understand what these three words mean. That is prebiotics, probiotics, and postbiotics. Now, on this slide number one, we see fiber. Fiber is one of the prebiotics. They ferment it. The they is your gut microbiome. Those are your probiotics, the good gut bacteria. And your gut microbiome, the cells, once they are doing their metabolism, they make short chain fatty acids, which are postbiotics. And butyrate is one of those. Okay. So, what does the gut affect? It affects the wall, right? The lining of the gut. It affects the barrier. The barrier is where two gut cells meet each other. Things will slip through between the cells. So, in order to get nutrition, it has to cross this wall one way or the other. It either crosses through the cells, through these little finger-like microvilli and villi into the gut lining cell and then into the body, or it sneaks in between the cells. And those are called the junctions. And the tight junctions are supposed to keep things out. But if there's inflammation, If there's damage, then the junctions don't hold and things can get through the gut lining into your bloodstream. The fire, oh my goodness, inflammation is all over your body, and butyrate helps to calm it. And then the brain, think your neurotransmitters, your dopamine, serotonin, GABA, healthy levels, you're focused and calm. Low levels, you're anxious, you're foggy. So the butyrate is truly a superpower in your gut. So we talked about prebiotics, right? That's the fiber. But guess what? Sometimes fiber's not the whole answer. In fact, if your gut is inflamed, it's not going to deal with the fiber well, and it's not going to ferment it into the right things that we want. So just fiber alone is not the answer. We've got to have balance. We've got to have a healthy gut. We've got to have a good ratio of the good bacteria to the bad bacteria. So what is the number one enemy of the gut microbiome? Well, there's gluten. Okay. But we're going to focus on the category of oils, because we said butyrate is in butter. So if butyrate is so vital, why is our avatar Mara and almost everyone else deficient? So modern diets are very toxic to the gut. Tony, you got that? The primary culprit, PUFAs, polyunsaturated fatty acids. Okay, let me do this. Sorry. Which are found in seed oils. They used to say PUFAs, now they just say polyunsaturated fats. These oils are very prone to breaking down and oxidation in the gut. So they cause inflammation. They disrupt your gut balance, and all of the things that we saw on the slide before come into play. And where do we find these PUFAs? They're everywhere. So remember, Maya had on her list of things low-fat salad dressing. Any kind of salad dressing, really, but the number one ingredient in most salad dressings is an oil, soybean oil. But any oil, once it is exposed to oxygen, starts to disintegrate and starts to become rancid. So I challenge you, walk down any grocery aisle and try to avoid these oils. So she thought she was eating healthy, right? The protein bars, the low-fat dressing, the light snacks, but she was really feeding toxins to her gut microbiome. So then what happens? You take in these oils, they disrupt the gut microbiome, so the good bacteria become less, the bad bacteria become more. The butyrate production stalls because the good bacteria aren't functioning correctly. They're not making it right. Your colon cells lose fuel. The gaps between the cells of your gut lining become larger, and leaky gut happens. And once all of those things that are supposed to stay inside the gut get into your bloodstream, all over your body. You've got fatigue, pain, mood swings, right? So we want to make a really good swap in these oils. So instead of the seed oils that are damaging your gut, what can we do? Well, there's some more stable fats that are good to use. Now, I had a conversation yesterday with someone about avocado oil. So notice that's an avocado. That's not avocado oil. Avocado oil, once you squeeze and squish and smush the avocados, and guess what else is not on here? Olive oil. Once you crush the olive, you are exposing it to oxygen, which starts the decay, which starts the process of oxidation. So our stable fats are more on animal fats. So butter, ghee, which is from butter, beef tallow, but also coconut oil is of the fats. It is the most stable. It has the longest shelf life. So if you have to have something that's not animal based like butter, then begrudgingly, I would say coconut oil is an option. But beware, be careful. Don't let it get old, right? Because it still starts to oxidize right away. So, but absolutely, we're eliminating the canola oil, soybean oil, sunflower oil, any oil where you can see a gap of air above the oil or that it's been exposed to air. It's, it's, I've even had, and I didn't understand this because, um, you know, the shelf, the time from the tree to the shelf is getting longer and longer. And so there was a time when I would open up a fresh bottle of, let's say, extra virgin olive oil back before I knew the difference. And it smelled, you know, beautiful. And then, over the years, I would open up, buy it or try it, and the smell was, I couldn't understand it. It was um, already rancid before I even opened the top. I learned later why that is. So be very, very careful. But yes, embrace butter and ghee, coconut oil, and beef tallow. Now, this is what Dr. Mercola misses. And that is not just the effects of the oil, but the deficiency of the 90 essential nutrients, particularly, I'm going to say, the 60 essential minerals. But there are 90 nutrients, essential nutrients that we need every day. And without them, there's going to be imbalance in the gut, in the cardiovascular system, in the muscles, all over your body. We need 60 essential. And I love to say this, the word essential means two different things. It definitely means you need it, right? Actually, there's three basic meanings to the word essential, but I focus on two. That is that your body needs it, but biologically, the word essential means, or biochemically, medically, it means your body cannot make it. So you have to take these nutrients in one way or another. Good luck trying to getting them in from just food. Good luck. So supplementing is essential. It's crucial. All right. So just wanted to add that to Dr. Mercola's message. And we can thank Dr. Joel Wallach for this. All right, so reclaim your energy. Your fatigue and brain fog are not random. They are a signal. Your gut is a whole different brain that affects your brain and your skull. Healing's not about doing more, it's about doing smarter. And there's another phrase in Dr. Mercola actually talks about this. It's not just taking things away, like not just dieting, not just cutting things out. Well, there's certain things you need to cut out, but the focus isn't just taking things away. The focus is giving your body everything it needs. Help your gut, and it will help you back. So, I have this little infographic, and it summarizes the whole article in images. So I want you to be able to get this and, to understand deeper reminders of the healthy diet trap, meaning a lot of diet foods, not good for your body. The fiber paradox, when your gut's inflamed, it's not ready for fiber, right? We got to calm down the gut. We got to restore the gut lining before it can actually handle the fiber. And we have to get the gut microbiome balance right so that it can ferment the fibers and then give us those short chain fatty acids. So this infographic, I love it. And I want you to be able to get it. So there you go. The Gut Cure infographic. Just scan this QR code and you'll be able to download the summary of this talk. And shout out to Dr. Mercola and best of luck on your new book, Gut Cure, Stop the Rot. Thank you for sharing this this information in your newsletter. All right. Well, it's 2026. The Red Corvette is riding again. And we're here live on Zoom in our meeting room Saturdays, 11 a.m. Eastern. So in case you came across just the YouTube replay, we want you here live. And for those of you who are here live, stay tuned. Don't hang up. We're going to have a little chat after the webinar ends. But we've got even more fun in store because tonight on my YouTube channel, the replay of this video is going to premiere. So for the premiere, that's 9 Eastern, I'll be live in the chat. So we can still have some more fun together as we watch the first replay on YouTube. And then it'll be on YouTube after that for whenever you want to revisit this particular video. All right. So 2026 is here. I'm so glad you're here with me. Thank you so much, everyone. The Red Corvette's gonna ride again. I love you all. Mwah.